Hi everyone, welcome to this course introduction video, a brief heads up on EPMATH126, fundamental maths, and to get us all started. Firstly, there's us. I'm David Thompson, I'm the course coordinator. I deal with any issues you've got, first point of contact. I'm the lecturer, I do some tutes, I do the drop-ins, but we've also got Lucia, Peter and Maureen, who may be your tutor, and also do some of the drop-ins, or alongside me. I'm always in a drop-in. Okay, which we'll talk about soon. It's a non-calculator course, which I've yet to meet a student who didn't appreciate it. Maybe not initially, but actually we understand what we're doing. We're actually a lot quicker without the calculator at times. And a lot of our assessments might seem weird, a non-calculator course. That's helpful. No, yeah, okay. A non-calculator course that's largely online with assessments, but I'll pose questions that really test understanding, not just punching buttons on a calculator. Don't punch butters. And okay, so we want proper understanding, and you might even appreciate going back and really getting the fundamentals right of maths without a calculator, and you'll get an actual understanding of numbers and probably an appreciation for them, and it's so much easier. So that's one of the fundamentals of the course, that we're really trying to teach understanding of maths, not just memorizing. We don't want you doing algorithms saying, look, just put this here and put this here, and it's going to work out. No, we want you to understand why you're putting this here and why you're putting this here. And it takes up much less brain space to understand something than it does to memorize something. Okay? If you're memorizing all the steps, even if you're writing them down, you'll always have a memory aid if you want it, to refer to. Look, you don't want to just follow rote learning steps. If you're understanding it, it's going to be much better. It'll stick with you, and it's much more fun. It might sound odd, me saying fun, but there's potential in this course, I assure you, okay? It's really fun, it's really valuable when a lot of people just really start to understand maths for the first time, pass a maths quiz for the first time and go, well, I'm understanding it, love it. Why should we care? Well, that's part of, I put in some bits saying, well, why is this relevant, okay? Why does it work? As I said, not just do it, but why did that just work? What am I actually doing? Again, understanding, and I get it. Love that moment that I get it. I see what I'm doing and I reckon I'm right. Okay, the structure is, well, the lectures. I'm not doing, we were forced into online lectures, but I'm not just going to talk at you for 2 hours. So it is roughly a 2-hour content, but I've done something new over the holidays and you're my guinea pigs, and I'd love any feedback on it. I'm excited. I'm on it to look at, but I've made little online modules. So you'll go to Blackboard and lectures, and it'll show you, text and images and lots of little videos. So you don't have to watch it all at the same time. You can watch it, as you like, 1 a.m., whatever you want to do. And little multiple choice questions will pop up in the videos, and you've got to get them right before you can keep going. But you get 1 million attempts. You won't need 1 million. You can retry. But each little bit is going to test, did you understand that bit? Yep. Did you understand that bit? Yep. And if not, you go back and go, oh, that's what he's on about. I really hope it's a really good way to learn. I'm new to it. The videos are going to be like this, fairly novice. Cats will appear. But I know, I'm hopeful. I'm excited. Okay, the tutorials are on campus. I don't know if we're going to end up with an online tutorial. We'll find out. But the standard is the tutorials will be 1 hour on campus. And like I said, you might have myself or Peter or Lucia or Maureen. And they're great. That's the time when we play more with it. Now, normally a lecture is just a time for just giving the information. My online lectures are not quite so much, because I've got these little questions in there. While you're doing the online lecture, hopefully you're really understanding it. But the tutes are where we'll give you a paper copy of a worksheet and we'll all work on it together. You don't have to finish it. You don't have to get it right. You don't have to hand it in. We just work together and make sure we understand the stuff. And in some tutes, definitely mine, we'll be doing Kahoots. Love Kahoots. Some people don't like them because it's an association with school, but you might find that mine are not the same as school, and I find it helps with discussion and fun, and it'll get us all talking and debating about what the answers are. So I love it. We'll see. Complete your lecture before attending tutorials. So the lectures will open on 5 p.m. Friday, the week before the lecture content. So the lecture that normally we'll be asking you, or you come here on Monday and watch the lecture, it'll have been open since last Friday, And the first tute, I think there's a tute on 2 p.m. Mondays, and there's tutes each day of the week. As long as you've done your module. So you can do it on Monday morning if you want, but you can do it on the weekend prior if you want. And hopefully, again, that just makes life easier for you, that you can get to your lecture before you tute. Because the tutorial is going to assume that you did the lecture. It's not going to assume you're, an expert at it, but it is going to assume you've viewed it and probably, got a good amount of it, and then we'll work on it. There's going to be a mid-semester exam in week 7, not too critical today, and a final exam in week 14 or 15. We'll get to that, okay? Course information booklet on Blackboard. Well, that's the Bible for the course, okay? There is a course outline. Every course has a course outline. This contains what the course outline has, but it's refined to what's important, and there's more of what's important. This is the book that'll answer anything, I believe. If not, email me. But if you've got a question, please go to this book. And a lot of the stuff that's in this book is on Blackboard as well, but I really think I've covered, what to do if I miss a quiz, if I, what's this quiz redemption I keep hearing about, what's this, it's in there, okay? Love it. The course reader is the other Bible? Can you have two? Yeah, whatever. It's the, look, I'm gonna use the word compulsory, but I'll admit, look, if you don't want to get it, you don't get it. But please get it. It's really useful. It's basically these course modules, the lectures I do, the videos, the things that appear in the videos, the little PowerPoints, it's all in this book. So you don't have to write down. I don't want you to sit there watching the modules, scribbling, as in the actual stuff. This has the actual stuff in it. I want you to have the course reader near you, and you'll write stuff around it, write understanding, write notes. And there'll be lecture examples that are in the book with blank spaces where you fill them in. And this book has exercises at the end and answers of every different lecture. So it's $17, which is cheaper than you can get. I've priced it trying to print it out at Officeworks. It's a good deal from the uni. So $17, and you've got the whole semester's content, exercises, lectures in one book. For those that don't want it or aren't able to afford that, I am going to post PDFs each week on the Friday 5 p.m. So if you do want to just go over, each week getting the PDFs and printing them out or doing whatever you do, that's okay. But I really strongly recommend, everyone's been loving the course reader thing, having all your stuff in one spot. And you bring them to drop-ins, you just work on exercises. I really hope everyone grabs this course reader. We don't make money off it. I want it for your education, it's great. And maths is so much a pencil and paper thing. I know I sound like a dinosaur, but you got to do maths. Not highlight it, not circle it. You got to do it. And to understand, doing is awesome. Okay, I said brief, didn't I? Okay. Drop-ins. All right, drop-ins. I love drop-ins. You can come and see. I'm always in the room for this hour, and I'll have someone with me, one of the other tutors, or we'll find out. Every weekday, 12 to 1 in GP218. So that becomes basically, I consider it more of a hangout than a drop-in. Come and say g'day, come and have your lunch, come and ask questions, ask a question for a minute, then go. Maybe you've got nothing and you're just going to, maybe you put that hour in your schedule and say, I'm just going to go in there and work on exercises out of the course reader. A lot of people do that. Or when I talk about quiz redemption, some people use that time to come and get help with them. Anyway, do as you wish, but that's our hangout room. And I'll do an online drop-in via the New Step portal, which is on Blackboard on your homepage. There's a New Step portal as well as our Blackboard site. And that'll be Fridays 11 to 12, where I just sit in that collaborate room and anyone that comes in, ask me questions. Quizmark Redemption is something that I also love. When you've done a quiz, which is just an online 10-mark quiz, it takes about 12 to 15 minutes, depends on which quiz, depends what time I set. But just consider it a 12-minute quiz for 10 marks. Say you get 5 marks out of 10. Pretty cool, okay? But you lost 5 marks. What you can do is if you do a redemption on those 5 marks, like redo those 5 questions, but explain the answer. Not just give the answer, they're multiple choice. I'll mark it, you'll see the answer. But if you explain the answer like what's done here, with words or with equations or anything, or explain your mistake. See what I'm saying? I mark them all. It's just show understanding of why you got it wrong and what you would have done to get it right. And you get half those marks back. So if you lost 5 marks, you can get 2.5 marks back. So you can turn a 5 out of 10 into a 7.5 out of 10. If you're having a bad week and you get 0 out of 10, you could get it up to 5 out of 10. It basically turns your quiz like into an assignment sort of thing. You've got a week after the quiz is marked to do a redemption. So we'll talk about that, ask your tutors at any time, look in the course information booklet, but it's great. Memory aid / summary sheets. I put / summary sheets because this was always intended to be a memory aid, an A4, front and back, handwritten or typed, whatever, memory aid you bring into assessment tasks. But all our assessment tasks will be online. Even the final exam is going to be. You'll see things that say, look, decisions will be made depending on the government and COVID. No, it'll be online. But, and then you can think, well, I'll have my course reader with me. I don't need a memory aid. Please make one. They're awesome study. Okay, memory aids, often they can be useful in tests, but the most useful thing about memory aids is the work you put into making it. And if it's a quick quiz, like even just the 10 or the 12-minute quizzes, if you've got a memory aid, which is basically a summary sheet, you'll refer to it quickly, you won't waste any time flicking through a book. They're gold. Even when I was learning all those times ago, summary sheets was everything. Okay, I just really, really, really recommend it. This is for me to flick over to, well, if you go to the home page, newcastle.edu.au, and then go over to the 3 bars there and pick My UON. You probably had other people go through this with you, so I won't spend long on it, but it will take you to Blackboard where everything is for our course. So I'm just going to Alt-Tab across to, okay, so that's me. I've just gone into Blackboard. It's also called U Online. Uni trying to claim ownership of it, but it's called Blackboard. So you click on Blackboard. Now the New Step portal is down here. There it is. New Step Callahan Program Portal. That's where the online drop-in happens, okay? And you can see other New Step general info. But where the EPMATH126, not Central Coast, where the Callahan, you won't see the Central Coast one. It shouldn't. Now up the top of it, you'll see each week it'll tell you what's due. So like this is set up for week 1. You'll have your lecture A1 to do in the lectures folder. The tasks to do will attend your tute. And quiz A1 opens 5 p.m. Monday. So all these details are in the course information booklet, but there's a reminder here every week. It'll tell you what's coming up for the week. There'll be announcements here. I just haven't posted one yet. I will later today. There's an introduction section where this video will appear and just a bit of structure talking about lectures and tutes. Announcements, I'll do regular announcements and they'll get emailed to you as well. Contacts is just us, myself and the tutors, our details. The course information booklet and the course outline. So yeah, go in there for the Bible. Course materials, well that's where I'm going to stick the weekly course reader PDFs. There's week 1. Tutorial worksheets, I put them in there. They're going to get handed out in the tute anyway, but I put them there for study reasons. I also put the answers there. Extra exercises, that's stuff I've gotten off the web, and some links. I'll add more links as we go through, just anything that I think might help. So there's the lectures. No content display because it's not visible yet, but it'll have lecture A1. It'll appear 5 p.m. Friday of the week before, and they'll stay open. You can always look back to the lectures. The weekly quizzes, well, there's nothing in there yet, but that's where your weekly quizzes will appear, really. Quiz mark redemption is where the info is about quiz mark redemption. There's the form you fill in, details about how to make it into a PDF, and you submit it into, well, once again, there'll be little portals here which will say submit A1 redemptions here. They're just not open yet. But redemptions are great. My grades, you'll see, well, it won't tell me for anything. I don't have my grades, but that's where your grades will be. Assessment, just some details about the assessments, like the quizzes. Only the best 10 of 11 quizzes count, worth 20%, so it's 2% a quiz. 30% on the mid, 50 on the final. Now this might look a bit daunting. I've just put all the dates into one thing about when the quiz opens, when it closes, when the redemption portal opens, and also a study quiz opens. So, actually I've got a slide coming up, I'll talk about it then. Assessment maths drop-ins, I've referred to the maths drop-ins, that just repeats that. Missed assessment tasks, what to do if you do miss a quiz, mid-sem exam or the final exam, and what to do if you can still, if you miss a quiz, you get 0, but you can still redeem that 0 and get 5, so winner. Discussion forums, well, all this stuff here, you can discuss week 1, week 2. You can come in here, try and make study groups with people or general course discussion. Post anything you want in there. I'm subscribed to all of them, so I'll get notified if anyone posts. If you ever want to subscribe to anything, just go into it, or that would say subscribe. It says unsubscribe because I have subscribed. But if you subscribe, you'll get emailed when anyone posts in it. Memory aid I've discussed. Kahoot, well, that's where I'll put the Kahoots after each week. So if your tutor doesn't do Kahoots, you can still do them. They'll be there. Extra help talks about learning support, which is free. tutoring available. It's not me, it's someone else teaching you, helping you with the math stuff, and it's free, so yeah, winner. Okay, back to the slideshow. What else we've got? That's the print center. So the course reader, which I hope you buy for $17, you get online, the link's provided, and they'll send a confirmation, might take up to 3 days, and then you'll go pick it up. It's this one down here, okay? Next to that's the bakehouse, cheap food, and that's the print center to get your reader. That's underneath the Shortland building. So if you're going in here, there's Subway. It's right round the back. Okay, underneath the building. This is what I was referring to. This is the basic weekly structure, and it's at the back of your course reader, and you've got times tables at the back of the course reader to help. So week 1 will start on Monday, 21st of February. We'll do, the lecture content will be A1, the tute content will be A1. Quiz A1 will open and it'll close Friday 5 PM of the next week. And then at the moment that quiz closes, 2 things happen. 1, the redemption portal opens, which means you've got a week now to do a redemption on it. And the other thing, a study version of the quiz opens, which just means if anyone missed the quiz, and you still just want to see it, either to study, well, it'll be there. You can do the study quizzes as many times as you want. They don't count for anything. Or if you missed it and want to do a redemption on it, you go check out what the questions were in the study quiz. I know there's a lot of info at once and 16 minutes, yeah, I'm going overboard. This is the second last slide, last one really. If you're interested in doing Science for Nursing and Midwifery in SEM 2, I just want to make sure it's good to stick with this course or let your friends know, because you can change courses within the first 2 weeks yourself. I just recommend, even though I want everyone to do EPMATH126, if you're going to do Science for Nursing and Midwifery, unless you're good at maths, you really, really should do this course, because it's a non-calculator course, and what we're teaching you is really valuable for what they do. So if you're already in the right course, fantastic. If you've got friends doing Science for Nursing and Midwifery who are a bit iffy on maths, maybe convince them, oh, I think you want to do maths. Okay, sorry, that's a bit of a longer intro than I wanted, but it was also rushed. Check out the course information booklet and email me if I haven't answered your questions. david.thompson@newcastle.edu.au. Just go to contacts and there we are. All right, cheers. See you soon.